Testing. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Can everyone hear me all right? Yeah, exterminate. Hello? I would first like to thank every single one of you. I would first like to thank every single one of you for coming to this fantastic occasion today. Well, what can I say about my best friend? My brother I never wanted. Sorry. I never thought I needed. No. I truly felt our friendship bloom when you first introduced me to Dungeons and Dragons all them years ago. I think that's when our friendship truly started. Whether it was dressing up in silly costumes, participating in filming projects, getting beaten by me at chess at every single game, playing Dungeons and Dragons, especially with characters that always seem to have a difficult time in your world. Yeah. I mean, I'm playing the DM, to be honest. You know, you never failed to make my life, how to put it, interesting, eventful, yeah? This guy always loved to drag me out of the house for one of his silly and ridiculous adventures. I remember this one time I dressed up as Marty McFly and him as Doc Brown. I think that was one of my best occasions, to be honest. Yeah. Best costumes. Well, actually, I don't know, I like the Halloween one. I like the Halloween one. We shot scenes outside of Shields Town Hall and a car park from in the town, and we got some strange looks from people. However, everyone seemed to love our costumes, you know, especially when you dress up, DJ. You always go the extra mile, whether it was dyeing your hair or, you know, doing your face and just going all out. I love it. You always make people smile and laugh and have a good, silly and just crazy time. He always likes to hold events and post filming projects on YouTube, so many videos on YouTube, and really tries to get everyone involved in one of his weird yet unique adventures. And for some reason, I always seem to find it difficult to say no when you drag me out to one of these things. I mean, to be honest, maybe it's just like I like punishing myself, I don't know. No, honestly, it's because I really enjoy spending time with you, DJ. Honestly, it's always fun and ridiculous. I think I said that already. Yeah. Furthermore, whenever I have ideas of adventures of my own, without second hesitation, no matter what it is, he's like, yes, let's do it. You know, I mean, the stag week I had, to be honest, one of the best weeks of my life, especially the best week that me and you's ever spent time together. I mean, that was my idea, obviously. I mean, most people have a stag night, you know, or maybe a stag day. No, not us. We don't do things about us, have a whole week. And Becky, I know you care deeply for DJ, and I'm so happy for both of you. You're truly a lovely person. I'm really glad I've got to know you and spend time with you as well, honestly. I cannot think of a more perfect couple than you two. I'm really happy you found each other, and congratulations to both of you. So I just want everyone to raise their glasses to the happy couple. I hope you have some fun and ridiculous adventures of your own. Congratulations.
Right. I'm not going to regale you stories of what she was like as a little girl and all the anecdotes she's got, because so many of you have been with Beck since she was a baby and since a teenager, and you've probably got a lot more than me. So I want to blackmail it out and find out just to make sure. And instead, as our mother, I'd like to say how proud Brian and I are of her. Oh, sorry. As a little adult, bundle of joy that landed on the 11th of April 1992. There you go, guys, that's how old she is.
Tom.
Wow. And I'd like to say, baby, Becky was very lucky as a baby because she gained a second set of parents, Uncle John and Auntie Christine. Woo! We'd get a phone call and say, we're going to Scarborough for a birthday party, can we take Bex? Yeah, sure. And whoosh, she was gone. 2 days later, you'd get her back. And from the age of 6, she's gone across to Italy with them every year, 4 weeks at a time, coming home 1 year, speaking better Italian than English and shouting, "Mama, Mama." I went, "What?" But she's been so lucky. In her early life again, she was very collectively spoilt because she had her Auntie Christine as a teacher, and her Nana Lucy was just round the corner after tea if ever she was upset or needed some baby bear meat and baby bells, which was all she would eat at her Nana's house. So our first years were very protected by the family. And I think our first challenge was going to Wilfie's, because hardly any of our year group went with her. And it was a new school, huge new school, in a new town. And it was the first time she got public transport on her own. And I was so scared I followed the bus. But it was there that she started growing into her own person. And it's where she met our friends. There's Beth, our Beth, and the two Sophies. And of course, Tony, don't forget our Tony, there he goes. And Gemma, who, for what is not with her now, was a massive part of our life. Massive, massive. And she would be giggling her head off now. That lovely giggle she had. And most of these guys are still here today, and the group grew and grew, and every new year, Uncle John's and Auntie Christine, the group got bigger and bigger until COVID, when unfortunately it had to stop because John and Christine wouldn't get their injections. As an ex-nurse, I kind of like didn't agree with that very much. And after she left there, she went to uni. Oh, another big step. Betty stayed in Sunderland for hers. Tony stayed local. Beth disappeared down to London. Nah, North East wasn't good enough. Another Sophie, Lancaster, the other side of the country. You know, like you couldn't get any closer to us. But they'd meet up every holiday, and every time they came home, out would come the party, and you get the phone call. Can you pick us up? We've had a few drinks. Can you pick us up? Yeah, okay. And then there was the phone calls on the night time. Oh my God, hours at a time. It got to the point where we thought she was an agony aunt, because she'd disappear with the phone on the stairs and you'd be going, Becky, phone, Becky, phone. But it never worked. They're still here anyway. And she was at Sunderland Uni when she was lucky enough to go to Washington DC in America as an ambassador for them. And she spent 6 months over there again on her own in a strange country. Dad and I panic struck. Even though we Skyped every day, we were panic struck and nervous wrecks. But it was, she learned a new culture, she learned new things, and her outlook and her experiences broadened that of a girl. It was worth it after she got her degree with that big smiley face. So then she came into the big world. She was an adult. She stopped playing at school. She went to work. But first, she still played with David and Sarah and Luke at Beads World, throwing knives at each other, playing sword fencing.
Yeah.
And they kept in touch after that by email and social media, and the rest, as I say, is history. Becky used to travel to Scarborough when David was working in Scarborough on a regular basis. She would get, I'm going away for the weekend. Right, okay, right, fine. Till one night it was like 6:30, it was winter, and it was pitch black, and we got the phone rang and went, hi guys, I've got a bit of a problem. Yeah, what's up, Becky? The trains aren't on, can you come and get us? I'm at work tomorrow, I need to get home. David's gone to work. I went, fine. Brian, get the car out, the doctor there needs to go and get her. So across the moors we went and picked her up. I should have left her read. But I didn't. Becky often commented that David's my favourite, and I know some of the family girls have said I do spoil him. So David, just for you, my darling. So there you go, you can stir it just that little bit more. I'd like to finish by saying, as a parent, you love your kids, your grandkids, and my kids, my great-grandchild, and watch them grow from toddlers into teenagers, and then into adults, that's even worse. Brian and I have had the privilege of watching Becky grow and becoming the loving, caring, empathetic, you're going to kill us, strong-willed person she is today, with a strong opinion of right and wrong and injustices, a willingness to compromise for a situation, to listen to other people's problems while putting our own on the back burner a lot of the time, are our strongest assets. She's a really caring lady. So watching her going from Becky McConville to Becky Jackson, and I have wrote that down already because we're going away at Christmas. I'd like to say thank you to all the ladies who lit their way down to a new life and a new chapter as Mrs. Jackson. So I'm not going to ask you to raise your glasses because you're going to be absolutely on the floor by the time I'm done. So I'm just trying to get you to clap your hands and say, well done.
I'm going to use the mat. Whoa. No, hang on. I need to see. Right, hello everyone. Hello. I'm Beth, if you don't know, and I'm Becky's maid of honour. I've had the absolute pleasure of knowing Becky for 21 years. How old are we? Right? She's my best friend, and honestly I say her like a sister. She's the closest thing I have to one. Whoa, I'm shaking, wow. This wedding has been a highly discussed event within our friendship group, I think we can all agree. Since literally before David walked across the country to propose to Becky, something I think is so romantic, and she was like, you really didn't need to do that. So I know we're all really happy to be here and celebrating this with you both, but I do have to admit I did not anticipate that last night you would be gaffer taping a sign to a pole while we were drinking cups of rum and coke. So, you know, anything goes. Right. So I first became friends with Becky in year 7 when a group of us would go to the school chaplaincy, would eat our packed lunches and try not to get crumbs on the floor. And would also have a fight every day over who got to open Becky's baby bar. I swear, like honestly, I don't think I saw her open one until she went to 6th form, when half of our group split off and it just didn't seem to matter anymore. So our friendships were made. Oh no, sorry, I skipped. I'm good, I've just lost where I was. Right, Becky is genuinely one of the kindest. I'm going to put that down because I'm shaking. Yeah, Becky's one of the kindest person I've ever met. She always takes time to make sure everyone else is alright. Even today, she's been making sure we're all alright, and we're like, Becky, it's your wedding day. You need to be alright. So she is, as Cass said, our group agony aunt. We did have a lot of fun during St Wilfrid's. From singing Poison by Alice Cooper during badminton matches, to lunchtimes in the bandstand at West Park, and watching Becky get whipped by a Rapunzel hair doing seat drop turns and trampolining. We really did have a lot of fun. In year 10, we spent our first New Year's Eve at John and Christine's bungalow, where we drank the Blue Babrini cocktail, which was made for us by Kath and Christine. It was lemonade. It was 90%. 90% lemonade, a dash of Lambrini, and just a little bit of Blue WKD for that blue colour. And we all thought we were so good. We were so grown up. If only we'd actually known how much lemonade was in it. Well, some of us even got to go to Disneyland with Becky and our Uncle John. I'll never forget going on the Pirates of the Caribbean ride, dressed as pirates. Come on. And also, I can't hear My Chemical Romance's song Teenagers without thinking of us doing violin poses instead of violent ones, because we'd misheard the lyrics. Through game nights, A-level history and random day trips, Becky and I became best friends who could tell what the other one was thinking just by looking at each other. Throughout uni, though, as Cass said, we were in different cities and sometimes countries, even continents, actually. We kept in touch. We were sending each other messages, texts, or more likely paragraphs on MSN Messenger or Facebook Messenger. And we were always there for each other, like, despite the distance. And we've had a lot of fun over the years as well, with cocktail nights, theatre shows, and a trip to York for my 25th birthday. where we'd been out all night. We were a bit drunk. Before we went out, me and Becky set the thermostat to 25 degrees because we thought in the room, because we thought, you know, that's a good temperature. It's November. We'll be warm when we come back. Oh, we didn't change it, did we? And we went to bed. And I woke up a few times that night thinking, God, it's hot. I'm so hot. But Becky hasn't got up and turned it down. So she must be cold. Turned out she'd been doing the exact same thing. And we woke up and we were like, we were so hot last night, but we did not have hangovers, guys. So, you know, that is a cure. Right. Now, I've talked a lot about Becky, but today is not just about Becky. Today is also about David. So I'd like to tell a little story about Becky and David. So in 2013, Becky and I used to go swimming to get fit, but it was actually more of a, we'll do a few lengths and then we'll go in the steam room and have a chat. On one of these swims, we were chatting, it's when she was at Beads World, and I says, oh, is there any boys? You know, like you do. And she went, yes, actually. And I was like, ooh, more, tell me more. And she said, well, he's called David, and he's tall, he's got dark hair, a beard, and, you know, a quality that all women in 2013 were looking for. He's really, really good with his sword. So I can tell from that how much I liked him. I think that's worse, I'm sorry.
Oh,
so fast forward a few years, and these swimming sessions on Friday nights had turned into one of us texting each other and changing the location to the pub instead. So one Friday night, David didn't have drama and he joined us, and we're in the Sundial. And hopefully I think they both know where we're going with this. So we're having a good time and we'd had food and we're starting to look at the dessert menu. And David sees apple pie. Right. This starts an argument, which I am not kidding, lasted 45 minutes between Becky and DJ because Becky had brought the apple pie from Asda and he preferred the one from Tesco's, and that was closer to their house. Right. So I left that night thinking, my God, if they can make an argument about apple pie last 45 minutes, they're gonna get married. So a lot of us know David as DJ because of his initials. And surprisingly, over the years, Becky hasn't really had a nickname that's stuck. So Becky, your initials have changed now.
Oh no! Oh, Becky.
You're gonna have to stick with Bex. I think that all anybody wants for their friends is to find somebody who loves them, appreciates them, and understands them truly. Becky and David, your love for each other shines through everything that you do. David, I thoroughly enjoy watching all of your vlogs. It's one of my favourite things. Craig will text me from work to see you've uploaded one and I get really excited. It's ridiculous. It's the DJ Network on YouTube, guys. Like, subscribe, hit the followers. Like, it's the passion that you put in and the effort that you put in to your vlogs is the same as your marriage. You're gonna have the best marriage ever. Like, I truly, truly, really love you guys. Thank you for letting me do this today.
Oh.
Hey. One last thing, I'd like to ask everybody to raise their glasses to love, adventures, and apple pie.
Woo! Go on, my brother. Oh my God. That's alright.
Nice. Hello, everybody. A bit more. Well, firstly, I'd like to thank everyone for being here, and also I thank you to my best friend and man, Rusty. Thank you to Beth and Kath, all of you for your kind words. Honestly, it's fantastic. Also, I'd like to thank, before I even start, the Little Haven staff for letting us host our little event here for Vicky and Mel. Without you guys, this wouldn't have happened. So, like, thank you so much for you guys. Okay, before I get into my speech, I just want to talk about a 4-letter word. Everyone in the room knows it. It's an amazing word, and it's an amazing thing that brings people together. It binds us, it gives us structure in our life, and it is with us for the rest of our lives. It's called debt. Yeah, we're celebrating death, people. Okay, we go down the list. Firstly, I'd like to thank my parents for being here and bringing me up into the man that I am today. I mean, I know you guys tried your utmost best to try and get me off, but it's been fantastic. I don't think I could ask for a better mum and dad as well, especially you helping me with everything else, and mum, you giving me like nice little life advice as well. So I'd like to thank you both for being here, and just being the person and the man that I am, because without you guys I wouldn't be here. Also to those who can't be here, my nana and granddad. I was so close with my nana and my granddad as well, and I know for a fact that they would be proud to see me and everyone at this time. And I just want to raise a toast to the ones that can't be here today, to those. Talking of families, I'd like to thank Becky's family as well, including John, Christian, Stuart and his family as well, but also to the mother and the father of the bride. I'd like to thank you for welcoming me into your family, and I couldn't ask for a better mother and father-in-law. So thank you. But also, I would like, I don't know any two more generous and welcoming people that just welcomed me, especially when I was in Scarborough, and I just come and you were just like, why don't you stay with us? And I wasn't expecting that. To be fair, Becky wasn't expecting that. But overall, I'd like to thank you for getting me back on my feet and finding me a place to call home and making me fall in love all over again with Sunday's dinners. But overall, to you both, I want to make a promise to you both that I'm going to love and cherish her and look after her. You know me, and there is nothing I wouldn't do for this wonderful woman.
Oh, son.
I'd like to thank the bridesmaids as well. You were all amazingly beautiful as well, including my sisters. I'd like to thank my brothers as well. I couldn't have picked anyone else to be my groomsmen.
Sorry, son.
You're welcome, lad.
Becky's friends. I'd like to thank you guys as well. Ever since the beginning, since I was first introduced to the group, you've welcomed me with welcoming arms. And I seem to recall you, Tony. I was just wandering around in the room and I was just talking with other people and like, no, you're coming with us. And it was just like, thank you, even though like you guys accepted me right from the start. And I want to thank you guys for that. The groomsmen, Becky's friends, maid of honor, yes, Beth. Becky's maid of honor. Thank you so much for friend. You've been a real rock for her as well. Every time we talk about the wedding, we talk about how you've been there for her as well. So I want to thank you as well for looking after her as well. To my best man. What can I say about this guy? What do you want me to say about this?
Nice things at home.
Honestly, I think you're right. Our friendship didn't really bloom until like a couple of years, like in between what we were like McDonald's and all that. But I think I don't think I expected to be best friends with such an amazing human being. Honestly, anyone that knows Rossi knows that he is a great man. He is. He really is. If anything, he's generous, he's kind, and he's single.
Ooh la la.
He's single, still, but overall, in his own words, he is literally the brother I never wanted. But he is honestly my best mate in the world. Honestly, and last but not least, Becky. On your hen night, I was asked to describe you in 3 words. And those words were the perfect woman. They were. When I think about the moment when I knew that you were the one for me, you look after me, you keep me right, you keep me on the straight edge, and you're always supporting us even when I'm down. It's like there's never like always bad. You're there. The qualities of an amazing human being and amazing person as well. I mean, first thing I felt when I proposed to Becky. I'll tell you what to say when I proposed. If you don't know, I travelled from Bowdesbury. I walked the entire Hadrian's Wall, and I carried the engagement ring that we have. I wanted to do a kind of Lord of the Rings thing where I walk from there to there. And in my head, I was like, right, at the end of the walk, I'm going to propose to her. She's going to be there, and I'm going to propose to her. That never happened. That never happened. I was limping. I was doing the penguin walk. I honestly, and I was like, "Where's Becky? Where's Becky? No, you're getting the house." You know, so I had to postpone it for a few days, and then I took her back to the stool outside of Bede's World where we first met, and that's where I proposed to her. And you were like, "What are you doing, David? What are you doing?" And then I proposed to her right there and then. But the hardest part was, because I was walking for so long and my muscles hadn't relaxed, my knees, when I was bending down, I couldn't get back up. So Becky had to help me get back up. That's a true story. But overall, my plans and hopes and dreams for our future, you know, go on more crazy adventures, watch some more young ones, you know, and just be our own crazy selves and just keep on what we're doing. I mean, everyone keeps asking, it's like, what are you going to be like when you're married? I'm like, well, for the past few years, it feels like we've already been married. I mean, we've been living together for nearly over like 5 years, and we just feel like we're already a married couple. So this is just carrying on what we've been doing all us. So we're just going to keep on going on more crazy adventures, and just keep loving each other. Finally, I would like to read a poem that I wrote. This is for Becky. Amidst dragons' roars and ancient lore, we roll the dice, our spirits soar. In dungeons deep, our hearts ignite. Together we battle, day and night. You are my cleric, healing wounds unseen. I am your rogue, nimble, swift and keen. In our realm's quest, we fight side by side. Our love's the magic I cannot hide. So let's take that leap, Becky my dear, through the realms of wonder without fear. With a 20-sided fate we will stride, in this epic tale forever tied. On this joyous day, our hearts entwined, true souls united, love forever bind. We met at Beadsworld, fate's sweet design, and now, as one, our journey intertwine. Becky, my love, you're my compass true. Together we explore skies of ocean blue. Download festival memories, wild and free. In each rift a beat, our love finds harmony. Hand in hand, we've climbed life's rugged peaks. Through laughter and tears, our bond grows deep. Adventures aplenty, and mountains to the sea. You are my partner, my confidence, my destiny. So let's dance through life, side by side, in this grand adventure, as our love, as our guide. And with every step, our story unfolds anew. Forever and always, Becky, I choose you.